This is an instructional video for people who have problem with their table leg angling to the inside. One problem can be over tightening this top bolt. As you can see right now, our square is flush up against the leg. Once you start tightening this top bolt and over tighten it, you can see how it moves to the inside. The more you tighten it, the more it moves. So now we have a pretty large gap. The way to prevent this is to tighten this bolt first and get it very tight. This bolt will hold the majority of the weight of the leg. So now I can tighten this one. I'm going to tighten it just until it is just a little snug. It's not even really going to be over tight. Now you have the leg is tight, but is not angled in. Okay, so this is how to install your leg brackets correctly, and mainly for people who have an issue with their leg that is table leg is tilted or angled toward the inside. So as you can see right here, I've installed this leg bracket, but I have this gap. As you can see, there's a gap right there. So I've got the screws for the long side of the table. I've tightened those down. But now I have this gap, and I might mention here, as you can tell, the table is upside down. I've got the table turned upside down in order to work on this part of the project. So as you can see now that I've got this tight, I have this gap right here between the bracket and the skirt board. So I'll demonstrate what's going to happen when I put the screw in. As you can see, now it closed that gap by pulling the skirt board over. So now, when I put all these in, I've essentially locked this skirt board on an angle. And even pulled it just a little more. So when I put my leg on, now my leg, in order for this gap to be flush, my leg has to be pulled at an angle. So when we install this bracket, we want to make sure that this bracket is pushed tightly into the corner on both sides, so that when we install our screws, so I'm going to install this screw on the long side first. With my thumb, I'm kind of holding this up there nice and tight. And I'm not going to tighten this all the way down. I'm going to put this screw in on this side, and once again holding it up there nice and tight, all the time holding this bracket nice and snug in the corner. Okay, so now my bracket is nice and snug in the corner. You can see that. I'm going to go ahead and, continuing to hold that tight, I'm going to tighten these screws down. So now all the screws are tight. My bracket is tight in the corner. It did not move the skirts either direction, which should allow your leg to stand straight up and down.